Hello, everybody. Here is the second half of the Summer Major Tournament Guide. This is holes 5 through 9. I hope this proves to be helpful for you in qualifications, which begin Monday, August 17th. Good luck. Hole number 5 is a revamped version of a par 3 that you've probably played on Tour 6. And if you recall this hole, it had a body of land right in the middle of that lake, which would allow you to drop in closer to the green. And that has been eliminated, and the curve to the right is also less forgiving. Now, there are two ways to play this par 3. One is the way that you're seeing there, which is using the rough to drop and significantly reduce the speed. And if you see the size of the rough, it's a lot bigger than it used to be. If you look at the sand, what appears to look like the sand is actually part of the rough. So even if you drop, as long as it's not too close to the water, the sand will act as the rough. So you've got plenty of space there to be able to take this shot. I hear and understand that this is an easy way to get a hole in one. I did not get one in this particular shot, but as you can see, I came very, very close to the hole. Now, the second way of playing this hole is from the left. And the only difference is that to be able to take this shot, one, if the wind is too much to the left, it doesn't favor this shot. And two, you do need to use a ball with at least three bars of side spin, which the Kingmaker does provide. Now, I am using a couple of bars of backspin so that I don't overpower the shot as with other shots, and obviously you need to adjust for the wind. But this is a very forgiving option, as a lot more forgiving than it used to be, and does allow you a better opportunity for a hole in one.
Hole in one.
For hole number 6, I am taking a shot that some people would consider to be aggressive, but I love this par 5. This is actually my favorite par 5 in the entire game because it allows me to take a very uncommon shot, but puts you in a great location for your second shot. Now, I'm using a Titan ball and a quarterback level 8, but I've used the level 6, level 7, and even level 5 quarterback, and it works exactly the same. And it's basically maximizing your curl, waiting for the needle to touch the orange or red area or as close to that area as possible, and taking your shot. And honestly, I don't think I've ever done this shot wrong. I'm not saying that it can't be done wrong, obviously, but if you practice it a couple of times, you'll get very comfortable with it. And as you can see here, I'm literally just lined up with the green. Now, on the second shot, I've provided two renditions of this second shot. One is using the level 7 sniper, and the other is a guardian. And it just to prove that if your clubs aren't developed enough, you're going to struggle with trying to slow the ball down. I'm right here at in between where I would be at minimum on the level 7, so I'm in between clubs. So I really have to underpower this shot, and it does become a little bit tricky because if I would have hit it even any less than that, I could have clipped the rough, which would have significantly lessened the roll and maybe put me in the rough for a much more difficult second shot, or third shot rather. But in this version, I'm using a level 4 Guardian wood, and because of the level of backspin that this club has, I can comfortably put the ball in front of the hole without running the risk of clipping the rough. So this, as far as a safer and easier shot, this is the better option. Again, unless you've got a well-developed sniper.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
So just as with other holes, hole 7 is one that can be played a couple different ways. This in particular can be played to the left or to the right, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of sand if you do play it to the left. So you do run the risk of dropping into the sand, and obviously your second shot's going to be a lot more difficult. So I would play it safe and play it on the right. And as you can see, I'm using a katana with about 3 to 3.5 bars of forward spin. And even with that amount of forward spin, you don't get anywhere near the rough. So it's a safe, it's a very easy first shot. And as with any other par 4, the second shot's really where the money's at, right? So in this second shot, I'm using a Grizzly level 5 with 3 bars of backspin, and I'm using that little piece of green there right before this little piece of fairway rather right before the green to make my drop. And what you're going to notice about this green is that it tends to lean left. In other words, there's a decline towards the left. So even if you're playing it, so I would play this shot closer to the right, more towards the right, and perhaps reduce the amount of side spin to 1 bar. Because more times than none, when you take the shot, you're going to end up on the fringe on the left-hand side. Now, you're going to notice that even though the ball drops right of the hole, it will drop and roll left. So it is a difficult par 4, not an easy par 4, but playing it this way will give an easy birdie. So for hole number 8, I am recommending a ball with no less than 2 bars of side spin and the sniper or viper. Now I'm using the big dog because this video in particular was the result of a shootout, and I came into this shootout with the big dog. However, if you do have the sniper or any other of the clubs, you're going to use the 2 bars of side spin to the left and a half to 1 bar of forward spin depending on the wind, so that you don't overpower the shot. And you're going to be pretty close to that sand bunker, so just be careful. You might be able to use the kingmaker, so you can use 3 bars instead of 2 and stay a little farther away from the sand. But if you do follow that guide, you will get very, very close to the hole. For hole number 9, I am using the big topper and a power 3 ball, the Titan ball. However, I recommend that if you do have it, to use either a power 4 or a power 5, so that this shot can be just a little bit easier for you, particularly the second shot. Now, the big topper is great here because it allows you for a lot of top spin, so that the ball, because what you're wanting to do is get that ball as far out as possible so you can stay clear of that those trees that could be in play and could make the shot just a little more difficult. So for your second shot, I would recommend the big dog. And the tricky part of this shot is what you want to do is give your ball just enough topspin where you're close to the edge but not past the rough. In other words, what you want to do is drop onto the rough so that the rough can slow your ball down and get you comfortably onto the green. So what I'm trying to do here is exactly that. Now that's why I'm saying with a power 4 ball, you're going to be able to get much closer and not have to overpower the shot as much. But this, in my humble opinion, as I've said before, is going to be the easier way to drop the ball onto the green for an easy eagle.
Great shot. Nice on.
So guys, thank you so much for watching this tournament guide. I hope it proves useful and helpful. Please, please, please comment on the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's good, bad, and ugly about this video. And I'm hoping that I can continue to tweak it so that as tournaments come up, I can provide a more accurate tournament guide. Good luck, guys, and I'll see you out in the course.